All right. So I'm in the shady caves of my van again tonight. Don't you love it? It's going to be that way for a little bit. Just how it is. But that's okay. So I don't know how many of you got the live streaming of GoPro, or if some of you had a ticket and you were unable to go. I would still try to, if you can, to maybe get the live streaming. It's kind of been fun to be watching it. And the gal I was just watching now, I don't know if anyone else was, but man, she was a firecracker. She was like 100 miles an hour at a slow pace, they said. And that was no joke. Lots of social media talk. But anyway, I think Michelle Poe will be on the big stage tomorrow. So I don't have a ton of announcements. I was trying to rack my brain of things that you need to know. But one thing I do want you to know is make sure that you're intentional about checking the LifeVantage page, Facebook page every day. You simply type in LifeVantage, and it's a page that you can go and like. And then you can also go there and make sure that you get notifications when they post, because they're doing 12 days of Christmas, and every day they're giving away something. And they'll give you like a call to action and then ask you to comment or do something to help you win stuff, right? We all love winning stuff, especially in the month of December. So let's get to it. I'm so excited about our special guest tonight. I asked her last week, but she was in Arizona hanging out with Terry Williams, so whatever. And then she was also going to a Tony Robbins event for a day. She like got this crazy deal on Groupon, and I just think it's amazing that she bought this Groupon and then just went and just did it. So Jillynn, I want you first to, hi everybody. I see. Hi Patty. Hi Sam. Okay. Jillynn, I would love for you first to make yourself known to the team and share with us where you're from, what your background is, and how you were introduced to LifeVantage, please.
Yes, so I'm Jillynn Fisher. I was introduced to LifeVantage almost 3 years ago. I think it was almost 3 years ago, which is crazy. But I ignored my friend for 1.5 years. Completely was mean to her. I am a respiratory therapist. I worked at a level 1 trauma center for 13 years here in Des Moines, Iowa. Loved what I did, but thought I knew everything about health, wellness, and supplementation. But obviously what we have is different. But I was not going to listen to someone who told me otherwise. So that's when I was introduced to LifeVantage. God had to take me to other places where I was pregnant with our 4th baby and was having 4 to 5 migraines a week, and no longer could take my prescription migraine medication because I was pregnant. So I reached back out to her and was like, I remember you saying this was natural. Give me the ingredients. I'll research it. I'll see if I'm okay with it. I'll try it. I'm desperate. It's really kind of my difficultness of who I am on how I got these products in my body. But a couple months in, after having 0 migraines, going from 4 to 5 a month to 0, I started researching the science, because that's kind of my passion, being in the health field. So I started researching it. I took it to every doctor I know, and I know a lot of them because I worked at a level 1 trauma center for 13 years. So I took it to all of them. I took it to my osteopathic doctor, who's the head of osteopathic medicine at one of the top 5 medical 5th-year fellowship training hospitals in the entire country. And I was just gonna prove it wrong. So that's kind of how I was introduced to it. I'm a skeptic kind of by nature. And so I just kept saying, I'm never going to do this business, but clearly that changed about a year ago.
I have to ask too, because you guys, I always want you to make sure that when you hear someone's story, you're not just hearing the story, but you're thinking about it from the prospect, from the aspect of when you go to prospect people. I want you to hear it in that way. So Jillynn, you said no right away. And then if it was 1.5 years, did she continue to drip on you in that 1.5 years? Is that why you decided to finally go back to her?
Yes, so she was one of my very good friends, but I was really, really mean to her. She says, from Amy's perspective, I was the meanest and hardest no she has gotten to date, and she's been in the business for about 3 years. So never, ever, ever take a no, as just they really don't know what they don't know. And it's just a no for now. Because had she stopped dripping on me and stopped bringing it up, it probably wouldn't have been fresh in my mind when I was struggling and really looking for other answers. And so she just lovingly kept dripping on me, really. There was a couple times that she was really kind of in my face. And there was other times that she was just loving and kind and kind of kept piquing my interest. Like, okay, this girl's got something. So don't ever take a no as a no, because those people, not that I'm amazing. I literally plugged into the proven plan and did exactly what the proven plan says. And I can go into that a little bit more if Tanya wants me to, but they can change your business in the matter of a month to 2 months. Those really hard no's that decide to be a yes, because then they're passionate, because they've proven it and their belief.
Yeah, and that's where the value too comes in. If someone tells you a no, you guys maintain that relationship, like love people where they're at, because it allowed Amy, because the relationship was there, she knew she could have fun with it. It sounds like too, like she could be tough with her openly and in a fun way, but also lovingly. And then now look where she is today. Jillynn is a Pro 5 in this business. She's an incredible leader. She's a godly woman, an incredible mother. She's a stay-at-home mom that does homeschooling and also does this business. So she is getting things done. And I think that's incredible. And Jillynn, one more quick thing before we move on is your story of your migraines. Is that posted on Vitality Living if people wanted to use that for third party?
If it's not, that's bad.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if it is, but I will check.
You got some homework now, girl.
I know. No, I believe it is. I believe about 6 months in, Michelle made me post it on there. I'm pretty sure. So if it's not, I'll definitely type it up and post it.
Okay. So you guys, if you go to Vitality Living and you do a search for migraines or search for Jillynn Fisher and you don't see her story, let me know and I'll give her a hard time and make sure that's on there so that we have that to show other people, because migraines are a very common thing.
Yeah.
So you made this last minute decision last week to go to a Tony Robbins event, and I'd love to hear a little bit about that. But I think more importantly, you know, we all know that Carrie Williams, she's a Pro 9. She is one of our upline. She brought in Maria Williams, who brought in Dr. Gordon, who brought in Nikki, who brought in Joanne, who brought in Nikki, who brought in Michelle, who brought in me. And Carrie doesn't do social media. She is just a relational person, and she's very black and white, and she just gets things done. She's a busybody. So Jillynn was down there and made the choice to shadow her and be with her for a day or two. I would love to know your biggest takeaways from that, like what you learned in being beside her and watching her and hearing her.
Well, first of all, those relationships are not built unless you go to events. And I know Tanya is the queen of promoting events and getting her team there, because she truly understands the value and what that pours into you as a business owner. Like, you can't really grow this business to a serious level without being at those. And I would say that that's 100% true, because my relationship with Carrie would not exist had I not been at events and connected with her on different levels, other than, you know, those events. But Carrie is black and white. She understands me. A year ago, so I hit Pro 5 in December of last year after 120 days in the business. And I did it because of Carrie, because she understood me. She called me on the 27th of December, and I just told her, I mean, be honest with your leaders. Don't ever hide anything, because it's only going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt your leader. It's not going to make them upset or frustrated or mad at you. But I literally am straight up honest, and I don't care what people think of me. In the fact that I didn't care if Carrie thought I was being ridiculous. I was like, this is crazy. It's the 27th of December. Nobody in the world is going to be spending money on product. I am 5,000 away from Pro 5, and there's no way in the universe I'm going to hit it. This sucks. You know, my husband graduated this month. I wanted to be able to say that I could do this in a month that was the craziest month of our life, and blah, blah, blah. And I had every excuse in the book, and she literally called me on the carpet. She goes, you're going to feel worse about yourself if you don't. So why not go for it? Maybe you don't hit it. She goes, I didn't hit it. I went for Pro 5 in December all those years ago. She's like, do you think it matters to me now? Absolutely not. I'm a Pro 9, and the month hitting this, Pro 5 didn't matter in the long run. But I went to, it kind of started back a couple months ago when I went to Pro 5 Summit. One of her downline distributors was like, hey, there's this Tony Robbins event in Phoenix. And I was like, you're crazy. I have literally traveled 8 out of 12 months of this year. It's been a whirlwind. I went to Atlantis. I went to Pro 5 Summit. I'm going to Mexico. I've gone to all of these events. I've been at everything. You're crazy. I have 4 children. I homeschool. We live on an acreage. I cannot leave again. I cannot hop on a plane and leave again. But I will tell you, it's the best decision I've made. So I came back on Thursday evening. Saturday, I believe it was Sunday night. We signed up 2 new distributors in one day. Yesterday, I signed up a new distributor. It has absolutely changed my business in the fact that I now have belief in what I am capable of. And which is crazy, because I did a lot of things before, but it wasn't hard for me before, and it has become that way now. And so seeing Carrie, literally the plane touched down, and within 2 hours, I was sitting at lunch with her, watching her sign up a distributor. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And then we're sitting in a car with Stephanie Kroon, which is one of her, she's multiple levels down from Carrie. Carrie and Carrie's sitting in the back seat, I'm sitting in the front seat, and there's this car in front of us that has her name and phone number and everything plastered all over the back window. And Carrie goes, call that number. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I was like, you call. So she did. And it was amazing just watching her in action in every feasible situation that can happen. And literally, the lady called her back in 2 hours. She gave the correct, I turned off my phone at 5. I would love to talk to you. Yes, I keep my business options open. I would love to meet. Let me know when you're available. I mean, this lady is like a dream from network marketing heaven, right?
What did Carrie say to her?
So Carrie's Carrie. But now I know I can make a phone call to anybody in the world. Because I listened to her do it. She goes, hey, we are sitting right behind you at a stop sign. We're not some crazy people. She goes, I got your number from the back of your car. I was wondering if you keep your business options open. I was able to retire 50 people from their corporate careers. I don't know if you keep your business options open, but I am in a global wellness company. If you would like to learn more, give me a call back. Simple, right? What?
She left a message.
Yes, she left a voice message because the lady was on the phone with her sister. So the lady calls her back 2 hours later and says, hey, I was on the phone with my sister. I saw someone taking a picture of my back window. She's like, yeah, it was me. So then the story gets better. We are at the Tony Robbins event the next day, and this woman is there. She's at Tony Robbins. And Carrie's just following up. She's like, hey, I called and left a message today. I'm sorry it took me a while to get back to you. I have some friends in town. We're at an event today, but if you're free tomorrow to get together for coffee, let's get together and talk. And she goes, yeah, I'm busy today. I'm actually at a Tony Robbins event. And Carrie goes, no way, so am I. So she met her.
Wow.
You don't know. And she said, she goes, I've probably called 100 back car windows. And I've never, it was just a perfect situation where it worked out. I got to see her in action. And that's kind of my best way of learning. And it was amazing. She goes, you go through the numbers. You literally go through the numbers. It may take 100 people, but guess what? I've called 100 windows. Say this girl is a runner. Is it worth it?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Right.
And you never know unless you ask. She goes, the answer is always no unless you ask. You're a definite no if you don't ask. So it was just super fun to see her in action. I was able to stay with her and Todd and their two boys, Ryan and Luke, for 2 nights, 3 days. And just see her working, like the end of the month, working her business, making sure her team was rank advancing if they wanted to, and all of those things where it was like, I saw her enroll a distributor. I saw her call a back window. We went to a Tony Robbins event. We did a one-on-one together. We went to a massive, incredible, amazing home presentation. I will tell you, that's the first home presentation I've ever seen outside of ones I've done myself. Okay, so you don't have to see stuff outside, from your upline to be able to do this business. It's incredibly helpful in the fact that my home meetings look a little bit different now. There's a lot more energy. There's a lot more testimonies involved. But I had never seen one until last week done by anybody in my upline because we don't live by our upline. So that was definitely exciting for sure.
So her home meeting, was she like, kind of give us a picture of what that looked like when people walked in? What did they walk into? And then it sounds like, did she have people stand up and give testimonies then at the end?
Yeah, so there was actually, she said, there was more people that talked at this one than is normal, but there was 7 different people that stood up and shared their story at this meeting, which was incredible. And there was people from Crossline. So Janelle Emma, she is a distributor in Australia who I know from Amy and Pro 5 Summit. She had a distributor come because she saw on Big Blue Calendar. So her and I walk in together and I'm like, hey, who are you here with? And just connecting with her and bringing her in. She's super interested in the business. And then, the way they set it up was, hey, you have a story with this and you have a story with this. So Dr. Melody Rigardi presented the products, but she pulled Brett Brimhall up for sharing a story, Carrie's son's story with Axio. And then Joshua Miles came up and talked about the compensation plan a little bit when Carrie was talking about that. And Stephanie Kroon came in and talked about her story. And it was incredible. I went up there and when we were talking about the income disclosure statement, talked about that and just building that excitement. She goes, you build that in your meetings. It can be a dull, boring, let's sit down, let's talk about something very important to your health, and let's have a great, wonderful, amazing time in low, quiet voices. Or you can make it fun for people. And it was very awesome. I will definitely be incorporating more testimonials, just telling somebody a little bit beforehand, like, hey, I want you to share your story. You've been on the product for 2 weeks. Share your story. Getting people in front of the room, being comfortable, talking about something 2 weeks into taking the products. All you are doing with that is building their belief in what you have and what they have their hands on, to the point where, there was a lady there that became a distributor that night because she was able to articulate what she believes and what she's experiencing in her own health. So it was amazing.
I love that idea, and it makes a lot of sense. And you guys, even if you're in an area where there aren't other team members or upline or whomever, and it is just you, and that you want to have a home presentation and bring people into your home, have somebody set up via Zoom, because I think that's a great idea to bring in. It just boosts the energy, and you get different dynamics of different personalities. So that makes a lot of sense. I love that they did that. And
Yeah.
you were name dropping like crazy, girl, like the who's who. Brett Brimhall, Melody Redarde. That's a damn all. That's
It
amazing
was,
that they have access to all of that, right?
well, and that was one of the things that they don't understand. They didn't understand that they have. And for, for them to see the fact that we are truly blessed here, like, and after the presentation, it's very rare that Carrie and Melody and Brett get together for a home presentation. And after that meeting, they're like, we need to do this. We need, instead of doing our own things and working this hard, let's get bigger who's who of people together in one meeting. And coming back from that, that wasn't discouraging. Usually for me, that's discouraging. Like, we don't have the who's who of Brett Brimhall and Melody Redarde and Carrie Williams, but I came back realizing I get to build that. I'm the person here that, I just signed up a pharmacist in my team, and we have osteopathic doctors here on our team. And if I just get them up to talk about NRF2 activation, something small, what it's done for them, I get to build that here where I live.
Amen, sister. Amen. Right, everybody? We get to build that where we are.
Yes.
Jillynn, tell us how you are capitalizing on the hair care and how you intend to make December really big going into the new year.
So hair care, I bought a suitcase in Salt Lake City and really worked I wanted that thing sold before I bought it. I'm not going to spend $1,600 on a suitcase if it's not sold. So it was completely sold before I ever even put it on the airplane and came home. And I came back and I just had people, because I had been talking to people, and then it took people a while to get back to me on stuff. And I have signed up with was it Black Friday promotion? There was 3 new customers that I was able to sign up. And I never would have thought, like, to me, from the medical background, like, you want NRF2, why in the world are you so excited about hair care? But it is. So capitalizing on that, and the fact that this is the visual representation of what we have our hands on, and to get into people's life basically with hair care, and continue to drip on them and educate them with NRF2 and Vitality Stack, because those are definitely necessities. But with the hair care launching on the 17th, I know that people are not going to be able to get that product by Christmas. So I am providing really, really good graphics that you can wrap up this really pretty picture of this awesome hair care and give it to whoever you plan to give this to as a Christmas gift. So you're not, not choosing to purchase it because it's not going to be here by Christmas. They know what they're getting, and when it gets there, they will receive it. It'll come right to their door, that type of thing. But I have a lot of people that I'm just kind of piquing interest on Facebook. I will say, with the Black Friday promotions that were going on, with any other promotions that we have coming up, pique people's interest. Don't tell them what the promotions are on your personal Facebook page. Make them message you. Make them ask you what they are, because everybody is in for a really good deal and they want to know what you have. I had 7 people reach out to me. I've never once talked to them about LifeVantage, NRF2 activation, anything. They haven't even seen an ABC investigative report, and I had 7 people reach out to me like, hey, what are your promotions? Everybody wants a good deal. They don't care what the heck it's on. And so it was a good in, and 3 of those people became customers on Vitality Stack, having nothing to do with any of the promotions that were going on. It was just getting that connection opened up. So definitely when you're posting on Facebook, don't be posting the exact promotions. Is kind of what I'm doing. I am doing for business people that are business minded. I am telling them, if you come in on a platinum pack this month, I will gift you with a free hair care system. So, can you give an example of what you posted to pique interest? I can copy and paste it for Tanya, and she can post it in your group. Does that work?
Yes,
I
that's
have
awesome.
a couple different posts. One of them was actually stolen from your amazing fearless leader, Tanya, because she is the most real human in the entire world. Like, no joke. She's real, she's honest, she's sweet, she's all heart. And that comes across in every single one of her posts. And I had been wrestling with some stuff and I was like, I don't know how to say this. And then I read Tanya's post and like, I text her real quick. I was like, Tanya, I'm stealing this. This is awesome. And literally it was one of those posts. Like, the best form of flattery is duplicating, right? If you duplicate what somebody else does, that means that you like it. So don't be afraid to, Tanya posts something awesome or somebody else posts something awesome. Make it you. Yeah. There's a couple posts back from Black Friday that I saved in my notes on my phone. So I have it in my notes section on my phone that I'm going to change a few little sections at the end because it says something about like, reach out to me for more information about Black Friday promotions. Obviously that's done. So that's null and void, but I'm going to change it and use it at the next promotion that we do, because you just want to pique interest. I have never once posted the word Pro Tandem, never once posted the word Life Vantage, and I'm really, really picky about pictures that go on my Facebook. There is not a Life Vantage sign behind me ever. And I would say about 40% of my business has been grown on social media with people reaching out to me. They're friends. They're not like non-acquaintances, but they are interested in what's happening because they just see me traveling all over the place. They see me living this wonderful, happy life. And I'm so incredibly real. I think I posted a poop picture the other day. So it's not a wonderful, happy life all the time, but I really, I try to be real. And Tanya is the best definition of real that you can get. She's amazing.
Well, thanks for that. But I want to play off that too. I completely agree with you because you guys, we have to use the images of the hair care system right now and be putting them out there. Not all the time in people's faces, but even here's what's happening to me is I'm posting these pictures and I'm really playing off the fact that it's December, that it's going to be over before we know it. Let's try to get together before Christmas. I'm going back to those people that I haven't talked to in a while. I've had people that have reached out to me wanting me to go to their events. And then in the midst of it, telling them, look, I know you have offers that I don't have. So I would love to check that out sometime. And then they're like, and I'd love to know more about your hair care. And these are people that are not liking my pictures. They're not commenting, but they are seeing it. And then I was at a women's networking event today. And I was able to have a bit of a table to showcase things. And I was all about the hair care. And I had a drawing for the sample. And there was a woman that came over and she's like, I don't even care how much it costs. She said, I pay thousands for my hair extensions. And she's like, if I don't do something to take care of my hair now, I'm going to be that woman. And she pointed to a picture of a woman with thinning hair. So women want their hair to look good. And so just be putting it out there. And in this month of December, use that to really get together and make relationships again, get together with women. And I guarantee those women that you're also friends with Facebook on, they're going to bring it up because they're watching you. They may not be saying anything, but they're going to bring it up. So
well, I will tell you.
Yes.
I'll tell you also about that. I'm going to be posting tomorrow, so you guys are in the know of what I'm posting tomorrow. My kids were playing with my hair, and my daughter's like braiding it over here, and this is not extensions. This is like my hair. It's crazy. But there is a study that says that these products reduce breakage by 58% in 8 days. 58% in 8 days. Okay, so I'm going to capitalize on that. And I took pictures of my hair braided and knotted and ratted in 5 different hair things. Like, hey, I'm really glad that my hair care keeps my hair strong, because can you imagine if I had 58% more breakage than what's going on right now? Like, just be real about it. Like, I've noticed that big time. I'm a mom with 4 kids. My hair lives in a ponytail. 24/7. But the amount of breakage here, like right here, has decreased dramatically. And the fact that I've had like 5 people ask me about like if I have extensions. So just use what you have and use your story. If you don't have the product, you need to be ordering it on December 17th. I hope I'm frozen. I don't know. Are you on something?
No, but your hotspot probably went.
Oh, sorry. Are you there? You are. Can you hear me?
Just go through your phone data.
You can. Okay, good.
Yes,
you can hear
sorry.
me.
I was muted. I can hear you.
Okay. It completely kicked me off. It says your internet connection is unstable.
Yeah.
So
you
that's
got
not good.
slow and choppy.
Anyways, so.
No, but we got you.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry.
Living in the
at all.
country.
No, I love it. I loved everything you said about the hair care and the being real, being authentic. I just think that speaks to people because in the month of December and in the world of network marketing, like people are getting inundated with it, right? Probably everybody and their dog are doing the 12 days of Christmas in some way or fashion. And so you just want to make sure that you're that person that can just really stand out and grab their attention. And a lot of times we do that by being real and being authentic. So, Jillynn, I think we lost you again.
I'm back though.
I see you. I see you. And Shante, thank you for that question. And Jillynn, thank you for recognizing that question and answering it for her. Shante also did some research while we were on the call, and she did not see your story on Vitality Living.
Oh no.
Not to call you out.
Shoot. No, I'll definitely post that because I know I posted it somewhere. I don't know where the heck I posted it now.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But I will do that. Great. Yeah.
Well, thank you for being a guest on the call tonight. I just love you so much. I appreciate you and love your friendship. And guys, just another reminder, like by saying yes to this opportunity, you know, Jillynn is Crossline. She's a Crossline cousin to us. And these are relationships you never, ever would make if you don't show up, if you don't go to events, if you don't plug in. So I'm so grateful to have you as a friend, Jillynn. And we always end in a prayer. So please stay on and pray with us. And in saying that, you guys, like I had a crappy day. I had such a bad day. And it took everything out of me today. And I got to tell you, there was a moment of like, do I ask someone else to lead the call? Like, that's where I was feeling. But just last night, I was on Jillynn and Amy's call. And, I'm telling people, like, you got to show up. And I knew that I had to show up. And I'm so glad that I did. And I'm so grateful for it. And so I just want the prayer tonight to be about just gratitude, right? And not living in the what ifs and not living in the woe is me moments, but just really giving praise tonight and giving a lot of gratitude. And in saying that too, I just want you guys to know that when you're having those bad moments, like just still show up. Even if it means you don't show your face, show up because I know that you're going to get what you need. Carrie always says that. The business may not give you what you want, but it's always going to give you what you need. So with that, I'm going to hold my phone with one hand.
Can I pray?
Yes. Oh, please. I would love it. Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Let's pray, everyone. God, thank you so much for this awesome opportunity to be with Tanya and her peeps. I am so thankful for this time. I know Tanya has been going through the ringer, and God, you have a purpose in it and you have a plan, and she is just following you every single step of the way and showing up for what you've called her to, and that is to be an amazing wife, an amazing mama, an amazing boss babe in this business. God, I just thank you so much for her leadership. I know that her team appreciates her, that her team loves her, and just I'm so thankful for the encouragement and challenge she's been to me in my business, and just the raw realness that I know I will always get from her when I'm reaching out and struggling and wishing that my business were going faster. I am so thankful for her perseverance and love for what we do, and just the desire she has to grow and become who you've called her to be. I thank you for this time with these amazing people. I thank you that they took the time to listen to the little bit I had to say. I pray that it was useful and beneficial to them. I thank you for this week. It is Tuesday. We have an amazing week. We have an amazing month to celebrate Christ's birth, and I'm so thankful for that. I pray that we would be intentional about our time with family and friends, but also blessing every single life we come across with this amazing benefit that we have with this company. I thank you so much for this time. In your name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Jillynn. That was so nice. All
You
right.
guys are wonderful. I'm so glad you didn't have somebody else lead your call. I'm glad I got to see you.
Oh, yes, I love you so much. Thank you for saying yes. And I love you guys. Thanks everybody for coming on tonight. Love you, love you, love you. I didn't get to see everybody's faces because I'm on my phone, but everybody have an amazing week. And I really hope that everybody looks ahead to the 17th and plan something to get people around.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to gather in a clubhouse here in Eagle. We're going to have a presentation ahead of time, and then we're going to Zoom in the launch live stream and hopefully just kick it off in a really, really big way. So plan something locally, you guys, in your areas, and have a lot of fun with this.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night, Jillynn. Have a great night, team.
Bye.
I love you guys. Bye.